Welcome, Texas business owners, to Sell Your Company for Maximum Value. Michael D. Rubin, CEO and founder of MDR Associates here. Jenny, unfortunately, fortunately for her, is in Europe for 17 days starting today. So, Jenny, if you're listening, which I'm sure you're not, have fun in Paris, London, Venice. In the studio with me, my co-host for the next 3 weeks, our VP of Exit Strategy. That's a really, really creative and awesome title for a guy that basically is my right hand. He's been a friend of almost 21 years. Todd Hutchinson. Todd, you want to say hi to everybody out there?
Well, hello, everybody out there, especially business owners. I'm totally excited to be here, Michael. Been listening to the show for 15 weeks. It's been incredible. It's been awesome, and I'm finally excited to be here in studio with you to discuss what we do and how to sell your company for maximum value.
Awesome. So the last 14 weeks we've gone over my book, which is 14 chapters. I wrote it last summer. If you'd like a copy straight away at every episode, every time we're in the studio, I want to give my complimentary book away, Sell Your Company for Maximum Value, to the first 5 people, business owners, have to be a business owner, to text or call me right now on my direct cell phone. Get your pens ready. Here it comes. 469-995-6060. 469-995-6060. It's a book I wrote, Todd, as you know, last summer. You helped me with it. You actually wrote the foreword of the book. A lot of times I say the foreword is better than the book because Todd's a professional writer, creative director, has written screenplays for Hollywood, and certainly has helped me with the book, the podcast, and our radio show. So first of all, I want to honor you and say thank you for being my friend, my business partner at the firm. He basically takes calls from business buyers and sellers and helps at the firm with everyone that's called in. Hasn't it been remarkable how many leads have come off the radio? How many business owners need to sell?
This is amazing. I think the show's been so great for business owners. There's just not enough information out there for business owners, and we knew that this was a space that we wanted to be in, to give this information to help business owners make the tough decision of retiring and selling their company for maximum value.
Yeah, we always say we don't want to sell it for minimum value, do we?
Nope, no minimums.
Maximum value in the shortest period of time. 2 things business owners want from us as a M&A advisory firm and a business brokerage. Sell my company for maximum value, Todd, and keep it confidential. They don't want their clients, their competitors, or their employees to know that they're selling. And so a lot of times we're special forces undercover running our 10-step unique process described in the book. I'm probably going to highlight the book later on in this hour. So if you'd like a copy, you'll have several more opportunities to text or call me on my cell phone. But today, Sunday, the 16th week we're on the radio, we're going to go over the top 10 ways deals die.
Yes, and it's amazing. It's amazing how many times a deal does die in the process, and it's based on one of these reasons.
I remember one of the lawyers I used to work with called me a resuscitation specialist, revival specialist.
Yes, definitely. We have revived a million deals over the years.
It feels like every deal dies once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times as we go through the process. So let's get into that. Let's talk about. We're going to talk about, we always talk about how we get deals done, and we do our great marketing package, our 4K video, and our 10-step unique process that's been chiseled over 15 years and 230 closed transactions. We've been quite successful since 2008. Again, I'm the CEO and founder of MDR Associates. Our website is sellmycompanynow.com, www.sellmycompanynow.com. We went over the book, Sell Your Company for Maximum Value, the last 14 weeks, and today we're going to cover the top 10 reasons deals do not close and the wiring of funds do not get into my client's bank account. At our firm, we try to avoid all these landmines, but here we go. Top 10 reasons in no special order, Todd. Let's talk about the first one. Customer concentration. What does that mean?
It means you have one customer that is a majority of your business, which in some cases, for some small businesses, that's the case. It's a great company. They give them great revenue. It's great for the business at the time, but going to sell, it's a different story.
So let's say it's $1 million in revenue and $800,000 is coming from one customer. That's 80% customer concentration. It's not going to work, is it?
Not if that customer goes away. No, it's not.
So the theory is if I'm a buyer and I'm looking at your great company and you're a service company, let's say you're an HVAC, plumbing, electrical company, manufacturing, distribution here in Texas. Great company, 40 years old. But your biggest client represents 80%, like the one client we met with a few weeks ago, right?
Yes.
If I remember correctly, it was a waste company.
Waste management company.
And 85% was one customer. What did we tell him?
That customer goes away, you have no company.
So I told him it was just about almost what?
Unsellable.
Impossible to sell. Customer concentration's real.
It's real.
It's real. I mean, I had a personal situation where I bought a company with another entity that I started, MDR Equity Partners, and we bought a website company that does apartments. And I tell you, the biggest customer was 40%. Our seller swore he's never going to leave. A month after we closed the transaction, customer left. He let me out of the transaction. We unwound the entire transaction. So personally, like me personally, I've felt that I've seen and I've felt customer concentration can ruin a transaction. At very least, it reduces the price of that transaction dramatically. So how would you coach a business owner if they have that situation? What would they want to do? Diversify, right?
You definitely have to diversify. Get as many new customers as you can, even if they're little small customers. Keep that concentration minimizing. You shouldn't have more than what percentage you would say of one customer? 20%
is the demarcation point I said during the book. So 15 to 20%, your largest customer, you're golden. If that's you, if you're a business owner driving around and you're thinking, you know what, I don't have any customer concentration. I'm 10, 20, 30, 40 years old. I would love to see if kind of what I'm worth, because I always say with Jenny on the radio, you don't know if you want to sell.
Do you know what you're worth?
So if you're driving around and you'd like a complimentary opinion of value, a free copy, a complimentary copy of my brand new book, Sell Your Company for Maximum Value, we go over everything on the timing. Are you really emotionally ready to sell? Don't do it alone. We talk about selecting the right firm. Talk about putting your buyer hat on, meaning make sure you are very sellable. There's 15 levers to increase value in the book. We talk about surround yourself with a championship deal team like our company, MDR Associates. There's a few other great firms in town we can refer you to. We talk about our 10-step unique process, how we chiseled it. We talk about the art of finding the perfect buyer, how to find the right lawyer. We've got great lawyers. Steve Clemens on pretty much does every one of our deals, and we're very blessed to have assembled a championship deal team, Todd. You're part of that championship deal team. Honored to have you in the studio the next 3 weeks with me. But if you want a free copy of the book right now, get your pens ready. I'm going to give you my direct cell phone, mobile cell phone. Call or text me. Give me your name, your business type, and that you'd like a copy of the book. I'll call you. We'll have an intro call tomorrow. I make those calls from 10 a.m. to 12. Here it comes. Here's my direct number, 469-995-6060, 469-995-6060, or simply go to our website at www.sellmycompanynow.com, sellmycompanynow.com. All right, that was the number one way the deals kind of derail is customer concentration's too high. Number two, key manager or employee leaves. What do you make of that? A key general manager after 18 years leaves that ran the entire company. It's going to take a year or two to get that company back on track if somebody that's that key leaves.
Yeah, it's important for every business to have key management in place, key personnel, and when you have one of those go away for some reason, retire or do something else, especially if it's like your director of operations, your main guy, your top sales manager, that can really affect
or operations or sales or operations. Yep. Great point. Number three, bad financial month, quarter, or year. I would say quarter or year. It really turns the deal on its head. It gets turned upside down because as we're selling it, whether we have an offer or not, we have a bad quarter, not proving that EBITDA for that year or the previous year. It really does put a hold on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've seen it happen many times representing a company that has a certain EBITDA for the last 2-3 years consistently, and then we go into due diligence or the sale of a company, and they have a bad quarter, and a buyer looks at that and wonders, is that a new trend?
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, consistency. I know Jenny talks about all the time. Our CFO. We need your financials for the last 3 years. So I would say 22, 23, and this year, or 21, 22, 23, to be either consistently flat or steadily growing is the best time to sell. It's kind of counterintuitive. We've gotten a lot of calls from people where the business has declined. They're 80, 82 years old. There's no business anymore, and they want to sell. That's not the time to sell. Do not call us at that time. Call us when you're a couple years away from full retirement, and customer concentration's in line, your management's in place, and you've had consistent revenue growth, both gross and net. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, there's so many factors that have to align at the same time. So it's if you're in that position, it's definitely the time to call and speak to one of us to help you get your business absolutely ready.
This next one over the last 15 years has really hit us a few times, and it's been startling. Business owner becomes ill. So we've had that happen where there was a heart attack, and it's a 6-week, not sure if I'm going to sell, don't know if I can get any information from, because they're in the hospital. So whether it's cancer or heart attack, the two greatest killers, right, of us, of Americans, business owner, we can't time that. We never know when that's going to happen. So it's good for business owners to make sure that if you think you're ready, even if you begin to think about retirement, to start planning for that, get in touch with us. Let us pull those 15 levers and coach you into no cost, very little customer concentration, management in place, and make sure your revenue's steady, and let us coach you into a sale for maximum value.
Yeah, I think most business owners, their main focus is building their company, but when they think about retiring and selling their company, they really need to look at it about 6 to 12 to 18 months before they want to sell, so they can get their company actually prepared to sell for maximum value, which is what we help them do.
Yeah, so if you're driving around, you're a business owner. First of all, if you're a baby boomer, you've been building your company, you're a hardworking generation baby boomer, that's who we serve, right? You're 60 to 70, 58, 55 to 75 years old. This is making sense to you. If you're a manufacturing distribution service company with $1 million in revenue or more, I would like you to hit me right now on my cell phone. I'll give you a complimentary copy of the book. First 5 people to text or call me right now at 469-995-6060, 469-995-6060. That's my direct cell phone. Give me your name, your business type, and we will contact you. It'll be a 5-minute intro call. We'll bless you. We like to say if we don't bless buyer and seller, we don't even want to be involved, right? Right, Todd?
No, it's got to be a win-win-win for everybody.
I would almost say anyone that works with MDR is either you pastor on Sundays.
Absolutely.
You're a full-time pastor on Sundays. We're a Christian firm, guys. We're not. That doesn't mean we're religious. That doesn't mean we only serve Christians. We love people. We want to follow the golden rule. We want to love others the way they want to be loved. We want to treat them the way they want to be treated. We don't even want to be involved if it doesn't bless seller and buyer. My life verse is Matthew 6:33. We're going to seek the kingdom first and his righteousness, and everything will be added. We simply love what we do, Todd and myself and Jenny and Vanessa, our championship deal team. And if you'd like to connect with us, again, my direct cell, 469-995-6060. I'll get you a complimentary copy of the book, 469-995-6060. All right, Todd, back to number 5. The number 5 reason, and in no special order, why deals blow up in the middle of us is supply chain issues. This doesn't happen for service companies because there's nothing to make or distribute. But with manufacturing and distribution, during COVID, they couldn't get electrical parts. And I was selling an electrical part manufacturer in Garland, Texas, and there was massive supply chain issues. And we probably took a little bit lower of a price because of the supply chain issues, because it was a one-time global event. Nobody could have predicted it. But who's to say it doesn't happen again? This is an election year. We don't know what the capital gains tax is going to be at the end of the year. Listen, if you're listening to this program, listen carefully. We don't know if they're going to double the capital gains. What does that mean? That means if you're worth $2 million, right now the capital gains is 20%, you're going to pay $400,000 in tax. If it doubles, you're paying $800,000. That's a different net. Is it not, Todd?
No, it's important for you to understand if this is the right time for you to sell or not. And supply chains issues happen frequently. We have a changing of the guard every 4 years. So for manufacturing distribution companies, supply chain issues twofold hurt their sales, and then hurts their EBIT at the same time with things going south.
But you also got to pay attention to that capital gains. I'm not saying it's going to double, but it could. It came right out of our current president's mouth. Mm-hmm. So that scares the heck out of me for business owners. Get out while you can. 2024 is a great time to sell. We're going to get into that later in the segment. It's an absolute fabulous time to sell. Number 6, spouse or partner does not want to sell. I'm going to run through these real quick, Todd, because we've got about a minute and a half. We're going to have to take a break, but you know what? I like to meet with the spouse. We have a discovery meeting tomorrow and Friday off the radio. I want to meet with the spouse if there's one, because we all have to be on the same page. That spouse factor can get all of us. Everybody's got to agree. Number 7, industry changes or economy changes. There's changes in that specific niche. I remember I called a nursery, and the plant prices changed, completely ruined all the net margins of that business. Number 8, lawyers. We talked about that a few weeks ago. There's deal makers and deal breakers. We've got Steve Clemens. He's a deal maker. We've got number 9, accountants. Will scare the bejesus out of what kind of taxes they're going to pay. And all of a sudden, we had a deal, and all of a sudden, it gets derailed. We're not the IRS, folks. Everyone's got to pay death and taxes, right, Todd?
Death and taxes.
Death and taxes. And finally, number 10, seller's remorse. We're going to save that one.
Yeah,
that's a whole different deal. We're going to save that one. If this makes sense to you, folks, if you're out there driving around, you own a great business, you're doing more than $1-3 million in gross income. It's kind of a larger scale business. We sold at $20 million last year, a 7.5. We really like EBITDAs that are above $3 million. That's really our specialty nowadays. So if your EBITDA, if your net is around $3 million, you've been building your business, you want to know what you're worth. Right now, get your pens out. Last time in this segment, we're going to take a quick break. For the first 5 callers, a free complimentary signed copy of the book and an intro call where we can either set up a discovery meeting or give you a complimentary opinion of value over the phone. All right, direct cell phone right now. Get your pens out, 469-995-6060. My direct cell and mobile is 469-995-6060. I'm so thankful to you guys, baby boomers, and all the business owners out there that have been tuning in. We've gotten a great feedback on the show. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more of Sell Your Company for Maximum Value. Business owners in North Texas, welcome back to Sell Your Company for Maximum Value. I'm Michael D. Rubin, CEO and founder of MDR Associates, and I'm in the studio with our VP of Exit Strategy, Todd Hutchinson.
Well, I enjoyed the first segment, the 10 reasons why deals die or are unable to close. We talk a lot about the industry standards of closing, and industry standards around 20%. Here at MDR Associates, we've developed our 10-step process that has allowed us to reach a 90% closing ratio, and a lot of people that sit with us ask us why that is. So I'm going to address that question to you, Michael. Why is it that MDR and Associates has a 90% close ratio?
It's 4 times greater than the average bear last time I checked, because the industry statistic is when you list a company, you have a 15 to 20% success rate. So the 90% is a combination of a few different things. Number 1, it's our heart. We want what the business owner wants. Our goals are your goals. We have no other goals. That's where it starts. Most other business brokers hear about the $1 million commissions like the one we earned last year on the $20 million transaction, and they think, well, I'm just going to chase those dollars. That's not what we do. We're chasing the kingdom. We're going to seek first the kingdom, Matthew 6:33. So I would say our biggest differentiator at MDR Associates is our heart for Jesus, our heart for the kingdom, our heart for the business owner. We truly love business owners. I guess what I'm trying to say, Todd, is business owners can't get hurt by us. They're only going to get blessed by us. You've seen it. You've been with me for a year. Describe to the listener what you've seen.
Well, we are, when we say your goals are our goals, it really is true. We really cater the process to the individual owner and what their goals are. Our discovery meeting, the 1.5 to 2 hour meeting that we have, we go over their story, their life story, how they built their business, and what their plan is for the future. We go over the value of their company. We get the benchmark of what our goals are in this transaction, and we set it up with the 4K video and the marketing package to achieve those goals 100%.
Yeah, I think the first thing's our heart. The second thing would be we're getting so many comments from private equity and investors on how we package these deals. They say it's the most professional package we've ever seen with the 4K HD video that's 3 minutes, drone footage describing the business, the principals on camera. They don't need to tour and interrupt the business. It's an ingenious scenario that costs a lot of money up front and time, but it makes sense. It speeds up the process. We also build an incredible marketing package, and that's credit to Jenny on the block, our CFO, Jenny Swain, who's in the studio with me the last 14 weeks. She does a great job packaging, financial packaging, the book, this confidential information memorandum, or SIM. We call it a marketing package, and the 4K video. And then the third thing we do is sometimes we get a third-party business valuation. So with those 3 documents, we've gotten compliment after compliment after compliment. There's not a lot of rocks that need to be overturned to figure out, is this a company that fits me as a buyer or not?
No, I think especially private equity, they get those packages, and we've done 40-50% of their due diligence already. So they get the opportunity to quickly look at that package, see the video, see the information, and they know immediately, does it fall into their criteria.
I would say the last thing, Todd, is I'm a closer. That's what I do. I close deals. I get to yes when no one else can figure out I get there. I'm quick on my feet. I'm creative. I don't have any other skill sets. This is the only one I got. So in this business, it's really, really applicable because it revives deals. It closes deals. We pivot quickly. We're creative. We're quick on our feet. This is making sense to you, folks. You're a business owner and you're driving around, and our heart makes sense to you, our packaging of your company makes sense to you, our speed, our success rate makes sense to you. I want you to hit me on my direct cell phone. Let's have a conversation. Get you a signed complimentary copy of the book. Get your pens ready. Here it comes. My direct cell phone, 469-995-6060, 469-995-6060. Or go to our website at sellmycompanynow.com. Hit the inquiry in Dallas-Fort Worth. I'll get right back to you. It's just been an honor and a privilege to serve business owners in Texas over 15 years, 230 closed transactions. Folks, we're going to take a very quick break. Stay with us. We've got a lot coming from the back half of the show, Todd. We're going to go over a lot of interesting current affairs that's going on in the firm. So we'll be right back, folks, with more from Sell Your Company for Maximum Value. Welcome back, business owners in North Texas. This is Michael D. Rubin, founder and CEO of MDR Associates, with our VP of Exit Strategy, Todd Hutchinson. Welcome, Todd.
Glad to be here.
Man, I really appreciate who you are. Why don't you tell the listeners a little bit about you personally? We've known each other 20. Take us a minute or so, synopsis on us meeting, and then what you've seen the last year, just being in and out of meetings with me. It's been fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, personally, I'm married. My wife, Stan, and I celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary this year. Thank you very much. I have a tall, handsome, 24-year-old talented son named Caleb.
Come on, Caleb.
He's my pride and joy. And, you and I met about 20 years ago in a small church. And
Community Life Church.
Community Life Church. Texas. We won 2 softball championships back-to-back.
I forgot about the softball.
Yes, sir. And so we've just been friends ever since. Our wives are great friends. And
they're best of friends.
Kids kind of grew up, went to the same birthday parties together.
That's right.
So it's been a family affair for us. I remember when you started this in 2008 and had this journey that you were going on to. It was amazing, and the industry is wonderful. And, I've had multiple lives. I've been in the music industry. I've been in the television and film industry. I'm a writer. I've spent a lot of my years in the restaurant business and doing operations for finance companies, law firms, and ministries. So
yeah, you're preaching at a church every Sunday.
And I'm a pastor and a preacher.
So you're a perfect fit for our Christian firm. Let me tell you, Todd, I'm honored. I'm privileged to have you by my side. It's been an honor to see you in and out of meetings. I think you've learned a ton about this business. You're creative as all get out, so you're perfect for designing exit strategies for business owners. You're perfect. I mean, you're perfect to talk to them about what are your goals? What do you want to do? We talk about what do you want to do? When do you want to slow down, smell the roses? When do you want to stop making the donuts like the book says? So before I go any further, if you're a business owner, you'd like a free copy of the book, Sell Your Company for Maximum Value. Folks, we've already sold 3 of the radio companies that we've listed. Have we not, Todd?
It's fantastic.
3 of them are under contract right now. If you'd like to Be careful. If you contact us, it could happen quickly. If you're ready to sell, and you're ready to sell right now in the next 3, 6, 9 months, even the next 12 months, right now, the first 5 callers on my cell phone, I'm going to give it to you right now. Get your pens ready. 469-995-6060. 469-995-6060. Give me your name, your business type. We'll get you a signed copy of the book. I'll give you an intro call Monday from 10 to 12. We make those calls, 10 a.m. to 12. Back to what we were talking about, Todd. You've seen it from the beginning. And I remember I was praying every single day. We birthed this firm out of prayer. Down at 1518 Legacy Drive. We're in the same building where we started. And I remember the Lord said, be the last man standing. I didn't know what that meant. You know what it meant? This is a hard business. This is a hard business. He meant, stay and I'll bless you. And I can't get over how he's 10x the firm. What do I mean by that? Our average listing is 10 times bigger. Therefore, our average success fee is 10 times bigger. He has 10x the firm by, it feels like, by just being around, just staying, putting one foot in the 1 foot down with the other foot down and saying, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I got to bless some business owners. I want to design exit strategies for business owners. I want to make sure these business owners, and what's been amazing is like 60%, 50 at least, 50 plus have gone into full-time church and mission work. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I think that's one of the blessings I think that keeps you going is you've seen these business owners get their business sold for the value that they wanted so they could go on to the next season of their life and fulfill a dream that they've had in their heart for so long. And I think that's what sets us apart is that's what we care about.
Yes.
We care about what's in their heart and what they want to do next.
No other goals. We have no other. Your goals are our goals. We have no other goals. If your heart is to golf and travel with your wife, like our appliance service company wants to go to Italy, I stopped the meeting. I said, we're going to get you to Italy. I pointed right at her, and we closed in 60 days. A deal right off the radio in between $1 and $2 million. You know, hey, we don't care if it's an $800,000 small Main Street business broker deal or $50 million. We don't care. We care about their goals.
Yeah,
and it comes across, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And that's one thing we specify in the beginning of our meetings is we want you to decide what it is that you want to do next so we can help you get to that next season.
We love Jesus and we love others. And our particular clients are at the end of their run. They're sometimes at their most vulnerable point. They're losing a step, as one of our clients told us recently. I'm losing a step. I want to defend those business owners. I want to get maximum value. I want to get passionate about it. We're kind of fanatical about it. If we start a project, we finish it. I think that's why we're not a 20% closing firm. We're 90+% of what we start. Now, you got to select us, and we've got to select you. If this makes sense, and you want to at least have a conversation, get a complimentary copy of the book, get your pens ready. My direct cell phone again, 469-995-6060, 469-995-6060. Text or call me. Give me your business name, or give me your name and business type. I'll make those calls. Todd and I will make those calls tomorrow, 10 to 12. Todd, it's been a journey, man. 15 years, 230 transactions, serving business owners all over the great state of Texas, from Austin to San Antonio to Houston to, of course, our home base. Corporate Texas office is in Frisco, Dallas, Texas. So we serve Dallas-Fort Worth business owners, and but we've served Waco. I mean, these small towns all over Texas. If you're hearing this and you want that that type of service, I don't know of another firm, Todd. I really don't know. I know there's some good firms in town. I know the owners. We go and we have coffee, we have lunch sometimes, we hang out, maybe. But I don't know another firm that's all about ministry like our firm, marketplace ministry. We want to bless these business owners.
Yeah, we do. One of my favorite scriptures is a tree is known by its fruit, and I think that's evident if you go on our website and you see all the testimonials that we have from buyers and sellers who rave about not only the completed transaction, but how well the process was handled throughout and how we were fighting for both buyer and seller to get the best deal, make it a win-win-win for everybody.
Yeah, folks, go onto Google, put in M&A Advisory, any city in Texas. We're on the first page. Then you go to our website, and we're one of the only firms I've seen, one of the only. I've seen about 3 or 4 other firms out of 300 that have buyer and seller testimonials. Those are not paid testimonials. They just got their wire. We do a celebration dinner, so the lobster and filet might cause them to say some nice stuff. So we do a celebration dinner for each and every transaction. And I got to tell you, go to our website, sellmycompanynow.com, sellmycompanynow.com, and look at the buyer and seller testimonials. The client service said he listened to all 60 videos on our website. It's a real resource on the web. And go to there and tell me that we're not different. I think we're different, and you can hide a lot of things. You can't hide the closed transactions. You either did the transactions, Todd, or you didn't. You want to go to the bottom line on any business program M&A site, go see how many they sold last year, the year before that, what size companies, what type of companies. We're honored. They've got to select us. We select them. Last thing I'm going to talk about, and when we come back, is what a discovery meeting is all about. When you come and visit with us, why do we call it a discovery meeting? Because there's no agenda. They discover if we're for them, and they're for us. We're going to describe what a good listing is when we come back from the break in about 60 seconds. We're going to describe what a good listing is for us, and you're going to describe the last couple deals you saw last year, how much of a roller coaster it was, and why we got to the finish line on just about every deal we worked on. If this is making sense before we go to the break, last time before the break, if you want a complimentary copy of the book, first 5 callers to text or call me right now with your name, business type. Get your pen ready. Here it is, 469-995-6060. That's my direct cell phone. 469-995-6060. If you'd like a complimentary copy of the book, just give me your name, your business type. We'll get you a signed copy, and we'll have an intro call tomorrow, Monday, from 10 a.m. to 12. We'll just simply touch base with no agenda, Todd. We're going to be right back, folks, with more. We're going to conclude the show in just a minute with Sell Your Company for Maximum Value. We'll be right back. Welcome back, North Texas business owners, to Sell Your Company for Maximum Value with myself, Michael D. Rubin, CEO and founder of MDR Associates, and
Todd Hutchinson, VP of Exit Strategy.
VP of Exit Strategy, Todd. I've got one word I need to say. I've been forgetting to say it for the whole show. One word. You want to hear it?
Yes, I do.
Luka. We need to give a tribute right now, and kudos to the Dallas Mavericks. We didn't win it. We didn't win it all, but we got to the final dance, and so we did have a blowout game, and we didn't get swept. I was so worried. I was in Savannah, Georgia this last weekend. I was so worried we were going to get swept, and then Luka made a statement game, and we won by 30, 35 points. So congratulations to the Dallas Mavericks. We didn't win it all, but hey, Mavericks did well. Stars almost got to the final dance. And how about those Texas Rangers? And what can we say about our Cowboys? Or should we even bring it up?
This is the year.
You're calling it?
I'm calling it.
Whoa! This is our year.
This is the year.
We just lost all our listeners. All our listeners are gone. All right, hey, we're going to conclude the show. We got about 5 minutes to wrap it up. Todd, describe a discovery meeting. Start to describe it, and I'll fill it in. On when you've been in how many? 50, 60 discovery meetings in a year? 70?
A lot. Yes.
A lot.
Yeah.
What's it like for a business owner to come into our office? How nice is our office? Where is it located, and what's that meeting like?
Yeah, it's one of the questions we get when we invite them to our office to have a discovery meeting and sit down with us. They're like, "What is a discovery meeting?" It sounds so intimidating, but it's really not. It's really a pretty calm, intimate, just laid back discussion time where we kind of learn your story of your business and learn more about you and give you our background and what we've been doing for these 15 years, helping business owners retire. And it's a lot of a back and forth. So it's really non-confrontational. It's mostly informative, and it's our way of just getting to know you so we can move forward and agree or disagree if this is a good partnership going forward.
That's right. I mean, you know what we do is we just open it up and say, take us back to 1978 when you started the company. Tell us your story. And you're doing most of the talking, telling us how you grew the company, you pivoted, you brought on managers, you grew the company. There's more trucks you added to or manufacturing equipment, and we hear the whole story. We ask, 20, 30, 40 questions? Easily, maybe 50. But it's just around management, financial information. Are you a S Corp, C Corp? Look, At that point, you're just figuring out if we're your firm and you're comfortable with our track record, what we can do for you. We're going to give you what at the end? An opinion of what?
Opinion of value.
An opinion of value is like a low to high value of what we think that company's worth based on the last three-year financials, correct?
Yes.
And once we give you the value, because you don't know if you want to sell until
you know what you're worth.
Yeah, so if this makes sense, you'd like to have at least an intro call to see if a discovery meeting is warranted, then I want you to hit my cell phone directly right now. First 5 callers to do this right now, I'm going to give you a complimentary copy of the book, Sell Your Company for Maximum Value, I wrote last summer. Goes through our process and how we do what we do. Get your pens ready, folks. This is my direct cell phone, 469-995-6060, 469-995-6060. Give me your name, your business type, and we'll contact you, Todd and I, for a quick little 3 to 5 minute intro call on Monday morning, tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 12. But yeah, Todd, those discovery meetings, we probably do 100 a year to only choose 15 to 17, 18 clients. 15 to 20 clients are selected. They've got to select us. We select them. What's our criteria? First, what does a good listing look like for us? Right? One's profitable.
Profitable, yes, definitely profitable. Trackable.
What does that mean? Trackable meaning outside what?
Outside bookkeeping firm, CPA firm, someone making sure your books are clean. Good.
Profitable, meaning you're netting something on the bottom line. If you're a buyer, that's what you look for. Mm-hmm. Businesses are normally sold in a multiple of EBITDA. We've talked about that, a multiple of SDE or net income. So you got to net something. You have to be trackable. You have to have, right? You have to have a third-party bookkeeper. The numbers are the numbers. Clean financials are what we look for. Highly motivated, right, would be the third one. Highly motivated. If you're highly motivated, we want to talk to you. Whether that means now or 6 months, 12, 18 months, we want to talk to you. We want to take you to lunch at the Cowboy Club. We want to just have a discussion with you around your goals and objectives. And the last one is, I'm at the point in my career where we've got to like them.
You got to like us. We have to like you.
Likability.
Yes.
We like you, you like us, and you just think, because our relationship's a lot like a sports agent to an athlete. We're all in for you. So we're about to end this segment this week. If this is making sense to you, you're a business owner, you're driving around, and you're wondering, how do I slow down? How do I smell the roses? Stop making the donuts. Folks, first step is contact. Take the brave, courageous step of you don't know what you don't know. You don't know if you want to sell it till you know what you're worth. My last time, I'm going to give my cell phone. We're going to conclude the show right now. Last time, get your pens. 469-995-6060. 469-995-6060. Get you a complimentary copy of the book. We'll have an intro call and see where it goes. Todd, it's been an honor and privilege. Todd's going to be with us the next couple weeks. Thanks for being on the show with me, Todd.
I'm glad to be here.
And until next week, Texas business owners, be blessed.